Okay, gamblers, you really need to hear this. There is a huge tax change coming that could cost you even if you break even. So it's a part of Trump's new spending bill, as everyone knows, the big beautiful bill, and it's raising $1.1 billion by changing how gambling loses work. So right now, if you win money gambling, you can deduct all your losses up to the amount you won. But starting in 2026, you'll only be allowed to deduct 90% of your losses.
Welcome to the Common Sense Philosophy channel. Today's title of this video is called Tax the Gambled Losses. Tax the Gambled Losses. Hold on, wait a minute. So now it looks like you're going to start getting taxed on your losses. Because let's be clear, this is what used to happen. Used to say you gamble 100,000 and you gamble another 100,000, you lose the 100,000. It's okay because you won and you lost 100,000, so you just walk away free. You know, that's how it was before. But now it's saying you're going to be taxed on your 100,000 you won, and you're only going to be able to take out of that if you lose 100,000 is 90,000. So it's only 90%. So now you will owe, even if you won 100 and you lost 100, you're going to still owe $10,000 on the overall gambling situation for the year. So people are going to find themselves owing money just because they gambled. And most people lose more than they win. So let's say you didn't win that year. You just gambled $100,000 overall in the year. Well, only 90% of that can be dealt with. So you never even touched no money. It was all a loss for you. It was all a wash. I can see where people have a problem with it. I can see where it's like, that don't sound too fun. I really believe what has happened now is we're dealing with this sports betting, especially online. Because before, you could go into a casino, you would do what you do there, and then they were taxed because they had a facility, they had people that worked there, employees, people were getting paid and stuff like that. But now we're eliminating the brick and mortar. So what's happening is they have to get this tax money somehow, right? To pay for the things they want to pay for. So they're just going to start really had to pull some of that back off of the losses. So I think that's the adjustment of it all from what I see. And if that's the case, then it kind of makes sense. But if it's not, then I guess it doesn't. So, you know, it's really, this whole gambling thing is interesting in what they're trying to do. But thanks for coming. Check the channel out, Common Sense Philosophy. Like and subscribe on your way out. Check out some of these clips because I want to give y'all some more information and perspective. So check them out and let me know what you think. Appreciate your time. And like I said, I put them clips because I like to give different perspectives, not just mine. So keep coming back, checking me out. We're going to keep them rolling. All right. Y'all have a good day. Talk to y'all later. Yep.
Let me show you what that actually means. So let's just say that you win $100,000, but you also lose $100,000. Normally, that's a wash. Zero taxable income. But under this new law, you'll owe taxes on $10,000, even though you didn't actually make a profit. And it gets worse. If you lose more than you win, you'd still owe taxes because your losses are capped. Professional gamblers are calling this a career-ending tax. And casual players, I mean, you could get hit too if you have a big year. What do you guys think? Is this fair or just another way to squeeze people?
Did Donald Trump just single-handedly kill the gambling industry? Under Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, coming in 2026, you will now only be able to write off 90% of your gambling losses against your gambling winnings. This means that in the year 2026, if you bet $100,000, you break even, you walk away with $100,000, you are now paying taxes on $10,000 of phantom wins, winnings that you didn't even actually realize.
Big beautiful bill earlier this year changed something really important for gamblers. Okay, so up until last year, if you gambled a lot and had W2Gs and made a lot of taxable jackpots, and then you itemized on your taxes, you could write off 100% of your losses. What did they change? They changed that to writing off 90% of your losses. Now you think to yourself, well, that's not a big deal. But let's say you won $100,000 in hand pays, you lost $150,000, but they're only gonna let you write off $90,000. And so you're gonna have to pay taxes on $10,000 of income, even though you lost it in your pursuit of gambling.
Now, there's a lot of good things about the big, beautiful bill, but here's one thing that's so obviously bad. I'm like, how the hell did Donald Trump let this slip through? Let's say you're a gambler, right? And you're fortunate enough to be able to gamble $100,000 cash. But let's say you lose that $100,000. The way it's always been with wins and losses is that you've been able to deduct 100% of that $100,000 loss, which makes it a stalemate. You don't owe any money. But now in the big, beautiful bill, they said that you can only do up to 90% of the deduction, which means if you gamble $100,000 and you lose $100,000, you now owe $10,000. That is so obviously fucking insane. Like, you mean to tell me if somebody gambled with $10,000 and they lose $10,000, they owe $1,000? I had to double check to make sure that this wasn't real. Like someone wasn't just trolling. And I looked, and apparently this is real. This is actually in the bill. I'm like, how did Trump's regime not catch this? This is such an obvious, like, no. Don't, that can't be in the bill. That's fucking crazy. It makes zero sense. So gambling, like the gambling world's like, yo, this is the dumbest shit ever. Listen to me. Trump has been on a fucking roll. Like, he ain't been taking no losses. But this is so blatantly like, did they sneak this in at the last minute or some shit? And he didn't get a chance to look at it? The bill is great. But this is one of the most obvious, like, what the hell? You gamble $10,000, and if you lose $10,000, you owe $1,000 because you could only claim up to 90% of the $10,000 that you lost. Who in the This may be like, they might do a provision on the bill. They might get in there real quick and take it out. I don't know what they're going to do, but the bill's already going through. They already voted on it. This is going to stand. Very, very rare L. Because, yeah, that's crazy. It should be 100% all the time. You gamble 10,000, you lost 10,000. It cancels each other out. That's the way it has always been. That's the way it should stay.
Pay on the loss. Are you slow? Do you know what loss mean? That mean I don't have it. Now I'm honest enough to tell you that I lost the money. I gambled $100,000, $10,000. I gambled $10,000, lost $10,000, but I owe $1,000. What? Are you slow? I just told you I lost the money. How you gonna tell me I owe you? I tell you to gone.